Hi folks, how's all doing? Today's my birthday. This is Wednesday the 9th of March and I am 57 years old today. When you saw me get this locomotive back in January there, which was a very early birthday present, so this is me taking official ownership of it today, I suppose. However, let's put this to one side because my wife sprung a bit of a surprise on me. She's also got me this rather nice Royal Scot and also a very nice J39. Now these are not brand new, I hasten to add. These are, I think, from about mid-90s, and she got them out the second-hand shop where I've got a couple of locomotives before. So they're not new. Whether they're used or how much use they've had, I have no idea. So we'll have a look at the Royal Scot first of all. Here we are. So this is locomotive 6112, which is the Sherwood Forester. I'd quite like to renumber and rename it actually, but anyway, let's have a wee look at it. Now, being the early branch line models, these will be split chassis things, but you know, the only one I've seen of these was, what was it? I think it was a V3 I worked on a wee while ago, and it had the Bachmann split chassis. And you know, it was okay, much better quality than the mainline ones. So get my glasses on here. So we've got a detail sheet, pretty basic compared to what you would get nowadays, but at least it does give you a nice breakdown of the construction of the locomotive. So it's just a service sheet basically. So I'm hoping the axles in this are in good condition. But I can replace them or repair them. Say, if this had been mainline, I would not have wanted these. Take this out. It doesn't have the smoke deflectors. I think the Royal Scot looks better with the smoke deflectors, but never mind. Yeah, the wheels are not squeaky clean, but you know, that's not an indication that whether it's been used much or not. Got a vacuum pipe come off there, we'll fix that just to be in very good condition. Let's just see if there's any play in the wheels. Doesn't appear to be, so that's a good sign. What happens if I stick a battery on? It goes. The wheels need a good clean. So that's my Royal Scot. I wonder if it's possible to get smoke deflectors that would fit on there. I'll need to look into that. So let's look at the J39. Very interested in this one because I like my 060 locomotives, and especially, you know, ones with tenders. So I'm hoping this is a good one. Yeah, it is in its box. Really nice little locomotive. Again, we've got another service sheet. Oh, we've got a detail pack in this one. I think we got that with the Royal Scot. So we've got a detail pack and a couple of drivers. Excellent. Right, let's have a look at this. Again, wheels quite dirty. Let's have a look at the locomotive. So really nice locomotive, the J39. Must admit. Again, let's test. There's no play in those wheels, which is a good sign. Doesn't mean to say the axles aren't split. So this is locomotive number 64964. Very nice locomotive. I mean, at this point, you know, in the mid-90s, Bachmann were producing quite a nicely detailed model, but we do have a very bad seam moulding down the top here. I mean, you know, these kind of things don't really bother me too much. So again, let's do a battery test. So, happy birthday to me. Thanks very much to my wife for these. Really nice present. They're old Bachmann locomotives with the split chassis, so you know, they're not going to be the quietest things in the world, but they shouldn't be too bad. You know, the Bachmann split chassis, the gears and the motors are so much better. And just looking at the boxes for both of them, it says fitted with the super smooth flywheel gear drive motor. So hopefully these will run quite nice. So we'll get these to the layout and see how they run, and then we'll give them a good service. Okay, so we'll try the Sherwood Forester first. When I just popped this on the track, I thought, that tender looks awful small, and I was actually concerned for a minute that the wrong tender had been put with the locomotive. But I checked up, and no, this particular model, that is the correct tender. So, but it does look quite small. Right, okay, let's see how this runs. We'll turn the power up slowly. That one's quite nice actually. So that doesn't run bad at all. It's certainly not noisy. It seems to run quite smooth. We'll give it a good service, clean the wheels, and yeah, nice one. Right, we'll get a look at the J39 now. So hopefully this runs just as well. We'll pull it away. Really nice slow running on these, I must say. I think that runs even better than the Royal Scot, very pleased with that. Right, we'll get them both to the bench and we'll open them up and see what's inside and give them a service. Okay, we'll have a look at this Sherwood Forester first. Oh, I've just noticed something. The wheels are on the wrong way around. You can see the connecting rods are upside down. I'm not the only one that makes that mistake. Well, either it came like that out the factory, which is entirely possible, or someone's been in here. Screw down the back here, and there should be one at the front. And this should lift out of the body. Like so. Let's have a look at this, because this is 1994, you know, it's quite old. So although the motor and the gears are vastly superior to anything that Mainline did, you know, the chassis and the wheel set is pretty much exactly the same. And those wheels are not the best quality. I noticed both this one and the J39 had a slight, you know, a wee bit of a wobble. And I just think it's either just, you know, what happens with a split chassis in the axles, but you know, the quality of the wheels there is not great. Okay, normally that's quite tight. Let's just come off dead easy. Yeah, we've got split axles. I probably shouldn't have run it around the track, to be honest. I probably should have checked all this first, but yeah, no, I can't resist a wee test run. So we're going to have to super glue that up. We'll maybe order up some replacements actually. It always happens with them, and it's one of the reasons I don't repair mainline locomotives, because you know they'll have this problem as well. But at least with these Bachmann ones, you know, you've got decent gears and a decent motor, and you know, if you fix the axles, you've got a nice quiet running locomotive. But with the mainline ones, the gears are terrible, and they just make an awful racket. I don't like them. I remember working on one of these before, and they don't screw, they just pull out. They've got little, you know, hexagonal heads, like it looks like they should screw, but they don't. They just pull out like ordinary crank pins, like that. Right. Okay. So that's that side. Let's see if we can do the other side. And it all falls apart. But that gets the the wheels out. So we'll get some super glue. I will order a pair of replacement axles because you can get them, but it'll be interesting to see how long this lasts, because anytime I've done this in the past, somebody's, people comment, oh, that's just a temporary fix, you should replace them. Yeah, I know that, but I think I'd love to know just how well that works. Okay, we shall let that set. So we'll get this bit of a scoosh. Pretty dirty. We'll get a big dollop of grease on the gear and some oil as well. Mix it together. Okay. So the surface of these wheels is really pretty bad. It's very pitted and scored, and so I'm going to give them a clean with the brass wire brush on the rotary tool, and that will clean the wheels but also help smooth off the metal a wee bit. Okay, that's my wheels all glued and cleaned. Also polished the the axles on the inside there where they make contact with the chassis. Let's see if we can get this put back together with everything the right way round. So that's always going to go in there anyway. This goes at the back, so that should go that way round, and then that will go on that way round. So that will go on there. So that comes up, will go there. That will then go on there. This piece will then fit on here, and then the crank pin should just push in. There. Right, okay. I just realised I've got this wrong, so I'm going to have to pull it out again. That's on there. And then this bit goes on, that goes on, and then that goes on, and then put the crank pin back in. I think that's better. So pop the body back on. Right, okay, so that's my Royal Scot Sherwood Forester with its tiny little tender. So we shall have a look at the J39. Get the tender out the road. So this should be pretty straightforward. I should never say that, because every time I do say it, something goes horribly wrong. Why is this not coming out? There we go. But let's have a look at the axles. But at least the wheels are on the right way round on this one. To lever that off there, and then it comes off. Oh, there's quite a lot of grease in here. We've got a split axle. But yeah, the axles are split. Look at that. That should not be in there. You don't want that much grease where you're trying to obtain electrical pickup. So we scoosh to just degrease it. Degrease. And see if we can undo this linkage, because I want to be able to take that right out. Just lift that right out just now. Right, we'll let that glue set, and we'll give this some fresh lubrication. Should say I did the same on the Royal Scot. Pop this back together and make sure we get the wheels the right way around. A bit of oil in the axles. So the one thing I haven't done with either of these locomotives is to take the chassis apart and lubricate the gear that's inside. I don't think it's entirely necessary. You can get oil in, it'll be fine. So we'll clip that on at the back there like that. Let's clip that down, and it should all be hunky dandy. Just get this tiny little screw in. Make sure this still runs. Right, kind of slides in there like that. So just put these underframe screws back in. Then we put the coupling on at the front, which I didn't actually have to undo. The front of the body actually kind of has a little slot thing. So I didn't actually have to take that coupling off. Right, we'll put this quickly on the test track. Okay, so we'll get both locomotives onto the layout and see how they run now. So there we are, that's these two old Bachmann Branchline locomotives ready to go, the J39 and the Royal Scot. Very nice little surprise birthday present, dead pleased with them. Obviously, you know, being these old Bachmann split chassis things, I knew there was going to be a bit of a problem with the axles. As I say, I will get replacements for them, but I'm curious to see how long the super glue fix lasts. So I think we'll hook these two locomotives up to some coaches and give them a bit of a run. Almost forgot there, I had some crew to put in, some ready painted Bachmann crew, and I've also put in a couple of window glasses that came with the extras. Right, let's get back in the track. So there we are, I've been well and truly spoiled for my birthday this year. You know, the 812 was really my birthday present. I got that back in January. So yeah, nice surprise to get the Royal Scot and the J39 today. I really do like that J39, I must admit. I can see me running that a lot. These old Bachmann Branchline locomotives, you know, they're definitely worth a look. Yeah, they have the split chassis, but the split chassis isn't a problem in itself. It's the axles that will give you the problem. So if you're prepared to deal with that, yeah, you know, for what you'll pay for one, they're definitely worth a look. They look really nice. They're pretty well made, apart from the wheel sets and the valve gear is poor. It's kind of like the old mainline ones. And you will have that split axle issue. But other than that, you know, these run really nice and surprisingly quietly and smoothly. So yeah, I'm dead chuffed with them. Right, okay. Thanks again to my wife for these. Dead pleased with them. And we'll catch you later, folks.